What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and welcome to the second episode of the series where I review new units released in the game and tell you how good they are. In the first episode I covered Ursula and today I'm going to be covering Ninian. In this episode I'll be telling you how good Ninian is, and if you decide to roll her or get her luckily, I'll tell you how easy or hard it is to max her out to level 40. I'll also tell some good teammates who can support her and counters which she will need to watch out. I'll also tell some skill inheritance options at the end of this video. So Ninian is one of the most popular characters from the new banner right now, and rightfully so because she is a very unique unit who is a dragon, and she can also use dance to give her allies an extra turn. She is the third dancer slash singer in the game after Olivia and Azura, and she faces a tough competition with those two units. Ninian has 2-3 points less rating compared to a 5-star Azura and a 5-star Olivia respectively, however she has better bulk compared to them. As a dragon, she has the lowest rating out of all of the dragon units we have so far in the game, and when I say rating, I mean the max base stat total of a unit, and this number is very important for arena usage. If you look at her max level stats, her HP is quite respectable and allows her to take hits, and it's better compared to Azura's and Olivia's. Her attack is decent, but that's not really a big deal since she's supposed to work as a support unit, and that's why even if you end up with a minus attack Ninian, you should be fine. Her speed is very nice and allows her to avoid getting doubled by some key threats in the metagame such as plus speed Takumi and many more. Having a plus speed IV allows Ninian to avoid getting doubled by even more units such as plus speed Lucina and plus speed Marth. And if she has a plus speed Ivy, she can even double some units. Her defense is somewhat low, but nonetheless she can still take some hits due to her HP stat and survive. Her resistance is quite nice, allowing her to take magical hits quite easily. On top of that, she is a blue unit, which is really good in this metagame where red units are very prevalent. Her weapon is Light Breath Plus, and this weapon grants adjacent allies plus for defense and plus for resistance through their next actions after any combat she initiates. So she can make nearby allies much beefier with this weapon and support them even further. Her passives includes Escape Route and Spur Defense 2 and Fortified Dragons. Escape Route is God sent and allows her to be this warp dancer from Fire Emblem Fates when she is below 50% HP, and getting Ninian below 50% HP isn't that hard to be honest. So after she is below 50% HP, Ninian can work at her max potential as a dancer and warp to any ally and use dance. Spur Defense 2 is quite decent, although if she had something like Hone Attack like Olivia instead of Spur Defense, it would have made her an even better unit. Fortified Dragons grants adjacent dragon allies plus 6 defense and plus 6 resistance through their next action at the start of each turn, and this is insane and can essentially make tanky dragons like Noe and Young Tiki a nightmare for opponent. However, this skill can be considered a niche as it cannot be utilized that easily compared to Hone Cavalry or Fortify Armor, since there are very common units in the metagame such as Lucina, Marth and Julia who are known to be dragon slayers and will devour such dragon teams, so a good amount of thought and team building must be put if you want to use fortified dragons. So overall, she is a very sturdy and solid support unit to have that can take hits, dish out damage, and also support both offensively with dance and defensively with Light Breath Plus. However, she faces a very tough competition with Azura. Now keep in mind that Azura is an offensively oriented singer while Ninian is a defensively oriented dancer, so both have very different roles. It depends on your team requirement for selecting which one you want to use, although she is easier to get compared to Azura thanks to being a focus unit on the current banner, so you will be seeing Ninian more than Azura in arena battles. Now let's talk about on the topic of leveling her up. So she is somewhat of a hard unit to level up like most support units in the game, and requires you to soften up the foes with other units so that she can pick them off and get the experience. She does not get the experience by dancing, so that's a big bummer, and it is highly recommended to use your shards and crystals to level her up and save yourself the pain and the agony that will be caused to level her up past level 30, so she's not essentially gonna be a piece of cake to level up. So let's move on to some teammates for Ninian. Like Azura and Olivia, you always want to run offensive threats like Lucina, Takumi, Linda, and many more with Ninian so that they can abuse Ninian's dance to the maximum potential and make it harder for the opponent to win. Units like Tharja and Nino gain massive attack boosts from Ninian's Light Breath Plus, and Dragon Spam is also an option, but it is very hard to pull off due to the Dragon Slayers present in the meta like Lucina, Julia, and Marth, which you will see like in every other battle as of right now in Arena. So yeah, it is quite hard to run that, however it is viable. A dedicated Lance user to take out Falchion users is pretty good, as it makes easier for Ninian to function on the map when she's up against Falchion users like Chrom, Lucina, and Marth. Now let's take a look at some counters to Ninian. Dragon Slayers like Lucina and Marth will do a lot to Ninian, but they will have a hard time 1-KOing her since Ninian has the weapons triangle advantage over them. However, Julia will be able to blow Ninian into another dimension with her Naga Tome, so you have to watch out for Julia whenever you're using Ninian. Units with immense physical power such as Effie and Ephraim can do a number to her, and Axe users like Minerva and Camilla will be able to take her down with ease. Common teams will not have trouble killing her, but her having the skill dance is what makes the opposing team so threatening when Ninian is there. So in Arena, AI can use Ninian in such a way that they can make the movements of opposing team relatively unpredictable and also make the danger zone less effective, and this will give your team a hard time. So it's very necessary for you to play patiently and calculate how far the opponent's units will be able to reach after Ninian has used dance. Taking Ninian out first if you get a chance will make it easier for you to play against the team without the fear of opposing units catching you off guard. So finally, let's talk about some skill inheritance options for Ninian. This mechanic comes out tomorrow as of the making of this video, but I think this is gonna be pretty accurate since we have got the hang of the restrictions. This mechanic has a vast amount of potential, so let me know in the comment section down below what skills you guys will pass to Ninian. So since only slot A of Ninian's passive skill is empty, we're gonna be talking about some of the skills which she can get on her slot A. So first of all, she can get Triangle Adept from Cordelia, and as much as I dislike Triangle Adept as a skill, this can actually be pretty useful for Ninian as it makes her matchup against Falchion users like Lucina, Marth, and Chrom much bearable since she is a blue unit after all and helps her taking hits from them when she needs to, and it doesn't hurt her that much as green units like Julia and Minerva can destroy her either way with or without Triangle Adept, so this skill can definitely greatly help her. Next up we have Fury from Jagan, as this is an option which actually gives her better stats and overall makes her a better unit while working as a double-edged sword since she's gonna be losing 6 HP after every combat. So this can work since it will be much easier for her to reach below 50% HP and then she can abuse her escape route skill. However, this can even work out against her and contribute in her getting killed in some matches. So this can either work for her or work against her. So this is a very risky skill to have. Darting Blow from Florina is somewhat of a good option since Ninian gets a lot of mileage if she is a plus speed IV Ninian, and with plus speed IV and Darting Blow, she reaches a blazing high 41 speed, which lets her double a lot of units in the metagame, even units like plus speed Takumi and Sharina. This is somewhat of an underwhelming option compared to the other skills available, but still it's an option nonetheless. So she can also get Defiant Resistance from Est, which makes her already high resistance much higher when she is below 50% HP, and Ninian ideally wants to be below 50% HP to utilize her dancing skills to the maximum potential, so this skill can work out for her. I was also about to mention Defiant Defense, but only Hinoka can pass that to Ninian, and Hinoka is a very rare unit to get, so passing that skill to Ninian will not be that easy. Weapons will also be transferable with this mechanic, although I think Light Breath Plus is the best weapon for her, even though she can get Novi's Lightning Breath. I say that because Lightning Breath is more suited on a unit like Noe, who is supposed to work as a frontline unit, and Ninian is clearly not that. She is supposed to be a support unit which uses Dance, and Light Breath Plus does exactly that and supports the teammates defensively. For her assist skills, Dance is pretty much the best option. Like, there's nothing in the game which can match the utility of assist skills like Dance and Sing, and these skills essentially can make like a unit high tier and even top tier. So Dance is pretty much fixed on her assist skill. For her special skill, she can get Moonbow from Odin, which has 2-turn cooldown, and she can even get Luna from Katria if you want to, but Luna has 3-turn cooldown, and a support unit like Ninian isn't really gonna be attacking that often, so a special skill which has low cooldown is optimal for her and can give her the offensive power which she desperately needs at times to get the kills. So yeah, that is gonna be my video about Ninian. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and share this with friends, especially with those who got Ninian and want to know how good she is and want to make best use of her. And as always, this is my opinion, so you guys can feel free to agree or disagree with me in the comment section down below and let me know which character you want me to review next. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.